Good morning, everybody in YouTube land. This is Dr. Matthew Johnson. We are at the Southern Oregon Interaction Area, otherwise known as SOIA. It is Thursday morning, August 29th, 2019, 7:30 a.m. in the morning. This is our last ever trip to SOIA. The Xanue have closed down shop and have moved elsewhere due to government interference. And as a result, the TRACON have moved in. They were here to protect us during this last trip. And now anyone who comes here is on their own with the TRACON. We're going to do our morning testimonials and then we're out of here. And first up to bat is...
Hi, I'm Regina Horn from Daphne, Alabama. And I first want to thank Dr. J for inviting me to come here. This experience being up here has been wonderful. I don't really have words for it. When I first got here and it was getting dark, I was able to start seeing some of the foggy images. I'm assuming that's mostly what they look like when they are in their energy form. And that's the main thing I have been asking them for, to help me see all this entire time we've been here, to help me learn to see them better so that I can recognize them when I go back home. When we were doing our night sit here, Dr. J would tell us when they would get closer. He really helped me a lot to be able to see them. And the little ones were coming up to us last night. When they touch you, you can see that sometimes your fingers will even start to disappear. It appeared to me. And then, of course, the little sparkly lights that I have seen before when I was at his home in Chehalis.
That was at Camp Xanue.
And, well, you're going to hear a lot of the other testimonies this morning. All the other things that I experienced with them has just been amazing. And I'm very happy. Last night, Dr. J said that Zorth said, I will have a family waiting for me when I get home. So that's made me very happy.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Next.
Hi, I'm Amanda from East Yorkshire in England. Again, thank you, Matt, for inviting me along. It's been an experience. I've experienced the twinkling lights, a bit of the sort of shimmering, but only marginal, a bit of the sort of like flashes of blue, a bit of flashes of red. I didn't get any feelings in my hands, and I didn't experience anything when I was in my cot or anything like that. So a bit disappointed on that side. But Zorth again said to me that there would be a family waiting for me at home. So I'm hoping that experience will be built on, and I'll start to have a bit more interaction, that I can have a tangible feel with them. So yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant, and the company has been very lively.
Awesome. And one last time, at home where?
East Yorkshire, England.
England. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for flying so far to be here with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And next up to bat, this crazy boy has been out there with 10 years with me, and we've been squatching together, learning together. You've seen him on Big Brother Season 6, Big Brother All-Star Season 7. Let's give it up for Mr.
Jedi Hurricane Bigfoot Howie. I want to thank Dr. J for, yes, a decade of squatching. Hopefully another 10, 20 years of Bigfooting would be a lot of fun. So
30 or 40.
30, 40 years would be great.
There we go.
Thanks, Xanue, Bigfoot Forest people. But I'll go back. I'll start with night one, or actually minute one. My buddy and I, Mike, we were taking a leak in the bushes. We were out here in the wild, and we both put our, not supposed to do it, but put our flashlights on right away and walked up. Something 7 foot or beyond became startled as much as we did. We backed up a couple feet, and something 7, 8 feet totally disturbed the trees and bushes and moved everything, and you hear the footfall backwards, and we jumped, it jumped, and that was minute one. So really, really cool right off the bat. And then we saw some lights. I saw a light display on night one, and going to night two, saw some more light displays. Now for the first time, really, I heard a lot about them, shimmering images. I've seen a complete physically uncloaked Bigfoot. I've seen orbs, but I saw last night, or the final night, I saw down the path about 9 o'clock, I saw a shimmering image. I first saw it and looked about, I don't know, from the distance, 8 feet tall or in that range, maybe even multiple ones, but shimmering image of a Bigfoot. Pretty cool. Felt a few tinglings on the hand here and there when I asked it to shake my hands, a little bit of zapping. Saw some more lights throughout the 3 days. Not as much, but heard some branches cracking and some footfall here. Oh, first night, excuse me, yes, right in front of me, about 20 feet into the trees. Heard some cracking and branching and some footfall. Very slow. But then last night, I had some of the zapping and the medical scanning. First would happen for about 4 minutes. Then maybe they'd go away for 30, 40 minutes, return again for 3, 4 minutes, and it happened again a third time. I've been used to, I'm not trying to be spoiled, but getting scanned, getting worked on, zapped for 30, 40, 50 minutes at a time. But maybe they do it in a better way now, or less concentrations of energy where I can't detect it. Maybe they healed something. Once again, they don't say, here's Howie, here's your PPO and your paper and your bill, and here's what we did. You hope they worked on something or fixed something or just check to see if you were okay. But last night, SOIA, very nice. A lot of the same that I've experienced now for a decade, and a few new things once again with the shimmering images. But I'm expecting or hoping that in future excursions, I get to see the interaction take an exponential level for the better. Is what really has progressed over the last 10 years. Just really, for the most part, the Bigfooting has gotten better and better and better. Met a lot of nice people and friends along the way, but had a lot of great encounters and excursions, and hope it keeps on going. Thanks, Dr. J and everyone else.
Thank you, Howie. Now, hello there. Who are you and where are you from?
I am Michael Hitzman from Jacksonville, Florida. And night one, driving up the mountain, it's a long time up the mountain, and it was just beginning to come dark. So when Howie and when we arrived at the base camp here at SOIA, obviously we had to go to the bathroom, and mistakenly had our iPhones out, had the lights on. We're going to the bathroom, and as soon as we flicked our lights on, something very large and very invisible shot into the woods, and we're both standing there like this, saw it, and it was pretty cool to see, 8, 9 foot of trees, like something running away from us. So that was night one. Night two, when Miss Amy was having her scanning, I saw the same orb type mechanisms that I saw in Chehalis last July of 2018, kind of crawling up her back and moving on, and then another one would start, and it looked like almost like a medical, like MRI scanning type device. So that was totally cool to me. And thirdly, just to mention, I'm honored and thank Dr. J for having me. I mean, obviously I know Howie, that's how I get the invite to see SOIA. And yesterday, seeing SOIA and seeing all historically what has taken place in the last 10 plus years of Dr. J's research was really cool for me, because I love the outdoors. I come from Florida, flat ocean, and being up in the mountains here is it's magical. So enjoyed the whole trip. Last night I was super tired from being up most of the first 2 nights, so last night was pretty uneventful for me, just a lot of hard sleep. So thank you, Dr. J. Can't wait to visit you in Chehalis at your CIA.
At the CIA, at otherwise known as Camp Xanue. Now, next we have a name and where are you from?
I'm Amy Rajek, and I'm from Daphne, Alabama. I'm Amy Rajek, and I'm from Daphne, Alabama. I'm the one that had some pretty mind-blowing experiences. I know when I came out here with a fractured ankle, and since I've arrived at SOIA, I'm pretty sure I've been healed because I don't feel the pain. It's been great. Everything's good. I'm excited about that. Thank you, Xanue. Thank you also, Matt, for inviting me out here with Regina, and I couldn't thank you more. I mean, I experienced a lot out in Chehalis, both times I've been, but this time what happened, I'm not too positive. I know that I've had to get feedback from a few others around me just to confirm a few things, but years ago I had a major injury shooting to my face and bullet in my head. I don't really feel like some doctors can help me, so I just live with it. I've been instructed to ask, so I asked Dr. Matt if he thought that was a good idea, and he said, you don't know if you don't ask. I'm a firm believer in that. So I approached the 12 o'clock position and poured my heart out. I can't really explain all of what happened because I'm not sure, but I definitely felt a lot of energy, and I'm not one to really lose it and cry. I'm usually a really strong person, especially for the tiny female that I am. I lost it. They came up and I guess was scanning me or working on me, and I felt like I was going to hit the ground. I was trying to control my breathing and everything, and it eventually got to the point where I could hear everybody behind me in and out, kind of talking from time to time between everything that was going on. And then I know that Dr. J had to send in Mr. Andy to come and get me. And when Andy came in for me,
Mr. Andy right there.
He had to wrap his arms around me to keep me from falling down. And when he did, I went into his chest, and we merged as one for I don't know how long. And it was like trying to pull a plunger off a wall that it wasn't him and it wasn't me, but they pulled me back out of him. And
I'm going to interject that that's due to all the vibration, the higher vibrational frequency you were experiencing, and that Andy had the pleasure of experiencing once he put his arms around you. That's how that was able to be pulled off. Keep going.
I know that he had told me that I was going to be okay, which I felt that I was going to be okay. It was just very intense energy, like I have never experienced, and I've been electrocuted. That was the most indescribable experience I have ever felt in my life, and I have never merged with another person like that. That was a feeling all of its own. So yeah, I honestly feel that if he would have let me go, I would have fell either way. And I had to be helped out of the woods to my seat, which I continued to uncontrollably shake for a long time. Other than that, I've had my shoes untied, and I had a baby sit in my lap, and I got to dance with the babies last night. So thank you.
Awesome.
It was amazing.
Now, before we go to you, Andy, I'm going to ask these other witnesses, did you guys all see what Amy was just talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saw lights covering her, energy, yes.
Saw it all.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy Cunningham from Redondo Beach, and first of all, thank you.
Redondo Beach where?
California.
Okay.
Thanks, Doc, for inviting me to come up to SOIA for one last time. I'm going to jump right into what happened here. We were witnessing a lot of energy, a lot of orbs with Amy right in here, about 15, 20 feet inside.
Yep.
And it was pitch black, but you could see energy, auras, and orbs of all different colors around this woman. And after about what seemed like 5, maybe 10 minutes, Dr. Johnson asked me to go in and help her if she needed help because she was sobbing uncontrollably. So I walked into this area here, and she was standing there shaking. I wrapped my arms around her, and it felt as if my arms were magnets, and they just grabbed onto her and held onto her as she experienced this energy. And then I too felt the energy come through my body, from my waist all the way up to my head. and I could see orbs and I could see energy. And we stood there probably for 3 or 4 minutes. I was holding her. It felt as if she was off the ground and we were one. And then I asked her if she was willing to go out, and she said yes. And as soon as I let go of my arm, she started to crumble. So I helped pick her back up and virtually helped carry her out of this area here, into this area, and put her in her chair. And that was the experience that I received from the benefit of her energy. Was I got to receive some of that energy from the Xanue. And then the rest of my stay was, I experienced the first time I got to see their energy of the Xanue, the height of them. Now I can start to see them at night. A lot more orbs, a lot more color, a lot more energy throughout all the trees, high and low, ground level. And this was one of the most epic experiences I've had with the Xanue, Dr. J, SOIA, and the wonderful energy that the Xanue people bring to you. And I want to thank you for the experience and the opportunity to be here and have this kind of fun.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I would like to thank everybody for coming along with me to the last excursion to SOIA. And all future focus for interactions will be taking place at Camp Xanue. You guys were awesome. Thank you very much. And we'll say goodbye and hit the road. Bye-bye.